Welcome to another roundup of all things Sunderland AFC in the last 7 days, and there is a lot to get through this week. On Monday, the club released one of their infrequent head coach videos on their YouTube channel. I love these things for watching the manager's reaction to moments in the game. Let's have a look. Tony, Mala, where are you? Oh yes, I can see you now. Anyway, why not head on over to Sunderland's YouTube channel? You should see a link top right here now, and have a look at the Gaffer Cam and see how Tony Mowbray reacted to the 3 goals of the Wigan game at the back end of the other week. Monday also saw the announcement that Cirkin had made it into Championship Team of the Week for his goal and performance against Wigan. He becomes the 6th Sunderland player to make it into Team of the Week. I am keeping score.
Luco 9 plays it into him there. They're not set. Wigan ball to the far post, and look at that there. The Rinkwe, I'm not sure what he's doing, to be honest. Ducks down, but say Cirkin comes powering in behind him. Keeper, no chance, and I think we've deserved that so far in this second half.
Definitely.
We felt it was coming.
What a goal by Cirkin.
That's his first one, isn't it?
I think it is.
On Tuesday, Nicholls arrived from Southampton Academy to be our academy manager, rounding out recent appointments of Ashgar and Murty, who've all arrived to help with the academy training. They can start with sorting out the warm-up. Dodds looks like he's going to fall over demonstrating this. Then on Tuesday night we went to Ewood Park for what turned out to be Gaffer Cam. His name was Craig Pawson. He denied a clear penalty to Jack Clark, which resulted in a goal less than 30 seconds later for Rovers.
Oh, and he's gone down. What's the referee going to do here? Nothing.
He's got the ball.
We will see that back, but Jack Clark looked to have been fouled. Or have Sunderland been denied a penalty? Meanwhile, Callum Britton comes forward for Blackburn. He's still going. Possible opportunity. Diaz shoots and scores! Well, that's a big moment in the game. Ben Burton Diaz.
Replays were absolutely clear that the scoreline almost certainly should have been reversed.
Oh,
yes. That's a penalty,
I think.
That's a penalty.
Jack Clark's left foot, isn't it?
And then Blackburn go up the other end.
And the second goal...
How the second goal isn't offside, I'll never know, really. It's I don't know what the linesman's looking at if he's not putting his flag up, to be honest. It's...
Wharton, isn't it? See, is he offside? Possibly offside as well.
Well, it might be offside, but the wall could also be keeping him onside as well. It's hard to tell. Disappointing nonetheless, but the game before against Wigan, we could easily have had a man sent off for this tackle by Embleton. So it comes and goes, and as Tony said in his presser...
For me, the result's the result. We didn't score a goal. If we were going to win that football match, we have to score.
I joked a few weeks ago that the club pictures of the lads at Bisham Abbey in between the Reading and Watford games look like promo shots for a David Lloyd opening. Well, this week the players really were doing promo shots for a David Lloyd opening. Gooch looks absolutely thrilled, doesn't he? Hey Tony, on a scale of 1 inch to 3 foot, how close do you think you'll get to a place like this? On Thursday, Sunderland posted training pictures on their Facebook page. Among them are shots of Michu practicing his no-look pass, and Sims practicing his kung flu on grass. Hopper. On a serious note, it was good to see shots of Daniel Ballard back running, especially as Elise is out now until after the World Cup. Hey, Tony, do you want another centre-half? Yeah, how tall? The Sky Bet Championship Goal of the Month for September was revealed on Friday, and obviously Sunderland's impersonation of peak Barcelona at Reading was the winner. Every player who touched the ball was in the photograph to celebrate roughly in the order that they touched it. Oh, okay, let's see it again, shall we? Pictures of Ross Stewart's submarine training also emerged on the SAFC Twitter on Friday. What the hell is an anti-grav treadmill? Does that mean I don't actually have to do the running? All right, I'm in. On Saturday, we saw a game of two halves in extremis. If we were out of sorts against Wigan first half and then excellent the second this week, we were the complete opposite. We started superbly.
Coutinho should pick this up, but he's Ahmad and Jack Clark for company. Goes back to Arjun Murty. Ahmad gets in there.
Pressing them, not giving them time and winning all the second balls. We had space and chances.
Embleton. Oh, it goes past his man as well. Embleton, can he get a shot away? He can.
And it wasn't long before Jack Clark found Ahmad in space when he conned the keeper by shivering hit it back across him, but instead tapping into the near post from 10 yards.
Yes! Ahmad gets his first goal for Sunderland!
Shortly after, Nicholls smashed home a second, and to all intents we were easily the better side, with Burnley struggling to get going.
Oh, there's two in behind.
Jack Clark's there as well. Who's it going to drop to? Cirkin!
Yes!
It's Dan Neil!
And then the second half happened. What a mess. Burnley's first goal is actually a very well-worked corner. Here, Sunderland employ a zonal defence inside the 6-yard box, but mark man for man outside, and they look to have everything covered and in good position. But Burnley use this to their advantage. The ball to the back is deliberate. This runner here heads out wide to knock that ball back in. In the meantime, these two will make space for the runner by heading inwards and pulling their markers with them. As the move develops, things still look pretty well marked up, but as soon as the Burnley players cut in and look to phase 2, the header back in, Sunderland are left flat-footed, and Burnley have created a situation where they have 3 men ready to attack the ball in front of our defenders and with only the keeper isolated to beat. It's a very well-planned corner. In the second goal, things look marked up in the middle of the park just as well, and as the ball goes wide, it still looks as though we've got things covered. Bart is available, whichever one of these two players 09 passes on, and Cirkin has the front man covered. But Burnley, as they did quite often, held their attack on the 16-yard box, and then another runner comes in, meaning Bart can't yet decide who to pick up, as he has 2 possibles. Only now do the midfielders start to come and help, but it's too late. Burnley are just waiting for Benson to cut inside and make their runs. Sure, the goal turns out to be a bit of a fluke sailing over everybody, but they had 2 men through with just Pato to beat and could easily have scored. It got worse for the third. As the ball is knocked down, we're well off the pace for second phase here. The goal is a screamer for sure, but we've let them have that chance when we wouldn't have in the first half, when we would have closed them down and been first to that second ball. Not here. The last goal is just a giveaway. I don't know what it is, but we look tired, out of shape and late to the marking. All of the second half for these goals, we seem to be slower and looser than we were in the first half, and we paid for it against a very good Burnley side. Yep, the loss was hard to take, but a little perspective. Our last 3 defeats have been against the teams in 2nd, 3rd and 4th place in the league, and we were unlucky against 2 of those. The Lasses ended their losing run with a hard-fought win over high-flying Crystal Palace last week. Neve Herron was crucial to the win. Herron is an England under-19 player and plays as a deep-lying midfielder, and I tell you what, she is some enforcer in the middle of the park.
Sunderland, ball played through to Herron on the corner of the penalty box.
She caused trouble for Palace all day, not only with her tackles but her skill and pace, earning her chances. But for a weak shot, she would have opened the scoring early on. But her direct running provided an easy tap-in for Emily Scarr to open the scores.
It's out to Herron. She's got space on the edge of the box. She's just inside the box now. Shoots low. And there is Emily Scarr on the follow-up just to slide the ball into the back.
Later, a terrific 60-yard run from Katie Watson, where she showed great skill to round the keeper and slot home, secured the points for Sunderland. Her performance earned Watson the Barclays Championship Player of the Week award. Then Sunday saw the visit of high-flying London City for their next fixture. The Lasses put in a hard-fought display, which only saw City score due to a deflection midway through the first half. In the second, all the pressure came from London City, and fresh legs brought them a second goal to seize all the points on the day. That leaves the lasses still struggling near the bottom of the table, unfortunately. Last week saw the under-21s play their first Premier League 2 Cup game. This is a 32-team competition modelled on the Champions League. 8 groups of 4 drawn from all leagues will play each other home and away, with the top 2 in each group going through to the knockout stages. Sunderland were drawn in Group H along with Cardiff, who are not even a Category 1 academy, and Reading in the Development League below Sunderland. Making up the group was EPL 2 First Division side Wolves. Sunderland then, as the only EPL 2 Second Division side, looked to have a good chance of progressing to the knockout stages. However, things got off to a terrible start at Eppleton, with Reading wonder kid Kelvin Ahibetioman netting a hat-trick. The 19-year-old only signed professional forms 15 months ago and has only just moved up from the under-18s. Look out for him. Sunderland did, however, put out an extremely young side, having 2 first-team matches with a small squad to contend with this week, and matters were not helped further by Sunderland's top scorer Max Thompson being shown a red card early in the second half. That's the 4th red card in the under-21s this season, and it's only mid-October. What is going on there? If there was any good news to be had from this fixture, it was that Niall Huggins can actually kick a football without breaking. He completed 45 minutes in this game. On Sunday, the under-21s played Stoke in a bottom-of-the-table clash and a game that they really had to win without our top scorer. Stoke have conceded 20 goals in 7 games, and today was no different, as goals from Michu and 2 from Gardner saw us successfully defend a 2-goal lead this time to run out 3-2 winners. I'll have a report and hopefully some footage of the goals in this report next Monday. The under-18s lost their unbeaten league record in an 8-goal thriller at Leeds at the start of the month, and then went down 3-0 to Fulham in the Premier League Cup last week, meaning qualification from Group A in that tournament is now wide open. After back-to-back defeats, it was a shot in the arm to get back to winning ways against mid-table Nottingham Forest in the league by thrashing them 6-0. It must be said, however, that Forest were utterly woeful. The footage obtained from the Forest Academy security camera shows the young lads with loads of space and time, and some comedy net-keeping from the Forest sieve of a keeper. That win, though, keeps them top of the Northern Division of the Under-18s Premier League, with a game in hand on second place Liverpool. Great stuff. Well, that's all this week. Enjoy yourselves, and remember, be like Tony, and keep your aggression to a minimum. I'll see you next Monday.